It's Kimberly Theodore from Polidora, and I'm going to try to make video number 2. I have so much paint left over from my first video introducing all of you to gouache paints, and I thought I would use them up here on something that I saw on someone else's YouTube channel, Molly's Artistry, and I thought I would take a gamble and try it with you, and also try it with gouache paints as opposed to regular pouring acrylics. So I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll find out together. And I'm going to start out by putting some white down. I've prepared my canvas in the back with tape, which I showed you in the first video. So the back of the canvas has blue tape on it and 4 push pins, and I sprayed the back with water, distilled water, not tap water, to tighten up the canvas a little bit. It's a little loose. It's sail canvas. So, but anyway, I want to introduce you to something that someone else I follow on YouTube uses all the time. It is by far the best tool I have ever found for spreading paint on the canvas. And since I'm not monetizing my channel, in other words, I'm just doing it for you, not to make money, but there are artists out there who must, in order to keep painting, they must monetize their channels, and I don't fault them for that. I've even contributed as best I can. But anyway, you can see how easy this is to spread. Now, this is not a spatula. You will not find it by looking for a spatula. If you want an easy way to find it, you can just look up Priscilla Batzel at Expressionist Art Studio on YouTube, and you can watch one of her videos. If not, just go in her drop-down menu by pressing the little arrow underneath the video on the right-hand side, and you'll find her link, her Amazon link, that will bring you to an Amazon site that will give you everything you've ever wanted and then some at no more cost to you than it would normally be. And everything you buy through her link she will benefit from, I should say. And so I just wanted to give a shout out to Priscilla about that. So either that or do a search on Amazon for an OXO omelet turning spatula. They have 2 sizes, large and small, and the large one is cheaper for some reason. And the large one works best on large canvases, but the small one I think works best on these smaller canvases. So I bought both. But if you can only afford one, then I think you should try out the big one. It's cheaper, and you'll get the same excellent results. So now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to take this full cup, and I mean it is full, of gouache paints, leftovers from my first video. And I'm going to attempt to pour a rose. So I'm going to start in the middle And then I'm going to start to widen my circle here. Wow, those are some wild colors for a rose. And I see some of them mixed. What I'm doing here is I'm going to pour until I see white, and then I'm going to narrow my center. And this is the very first time I've tried this, so I hope it works. I'm starting to see a little white now. Those are my dogs. I have 2 mini dachshunds, Lucy and Teddy. This is supposed to give a somewhat of a 3D effect, and we'll see. I'm sure it's not as good as she can do, but we'll give her a try. So as with any ring pour, you want to move the paint slowly and gently in a circular motion. And I'm going to do that here until I get to the edges and decide what I want to keep from this. Oops, we're going off the edge already, but that's okay. There's an awful lot of paint on here. It's okay, Lucy. Mommy's busy right now. Seeing a lot more cells than I'd like to see on a ring pour, but you know, if you use Floetrol, you're going to get cells whether you want them or not. So I'm going to try to center this a little bit, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. So let's pour some of this off. If nothing else, it's going to be colorful. And I could say that I need a whole lot more practice on this one. And I think what I'm going to do is take these outer bands of color over here, and I think I'm going to bring them down, and then I think I'm going to stretch them way back and see what kind of ribbons I get. As you can see, I've lost my center, so this is no longer a rose. But that won't stop me from trying again. Come on, stretch, stretch, stretch. Now I'm going to see what I can do in terms of stretching from this corner. So there's a lot of really neat bands up here, but we got a lot of junk in the middle here. So I'm going to show you something real quick. I don't like any of this. So we're just going to take it off. And then we're going to, I think, try from this side to stretch all that down. And see what happens. I hope you can see that. I don't know if you can or not, but I have to get a certain angle to get that paint to flow down to where I want it. Be nice if some of these up here would stretch down too, but I don't think they're going to. We're almost there. Teddy, no barking. No bark. Still stretching. I'm going to see if I can stretch some of these ribbons up here down. Position it so you can see what I'm doing. Doesn't want to stretch. I may have stretched it out. But I can always go from this side because I know there's more paint. Over here, I also don't want to bore you to death. Let's see what we can do. Come on, paint, move. Oh, it's starting to move now. There you go, it's starting to move now. And that's what I wanted. Good. Hope you can see that. I know these ring pours take a lot of patience. I mean, even when they do work, because this one didn't. But I have to practice that. I think I'm going to diagnose my own problem here. I think I had too many colors in the cup from the gouache paints. Plus, I'm dealing with a brand new paint that, you know, maybe gouache paints don't work out so well for ring pours. And I was trying a new technique all at the same time, which was probably a big mistake on my end. Should stick with what I know. But if I experiment with it, then you don't have to. Wow, that's wild. Let's get some paint moving down this corner. It's okay, Lucy. I know you can't see it right now, but I'm trying to force that paint down there. And it's going, but it's going slow. I see something there. I hope it's a bubble. So remember what I said about the OXO omelet turning spatula, which you can either buy through the Amazon link below Priscilla Batzel's YouTube videos, or you can do an Amazon search for OXO omelet turning spatulas. Do not search in spatulas because you will not find them. You have to include the omelet in there somehow. Alright, well this is what we look like. Gotta make sure you can see that. Yep, you should be able to. I'm gonna have to do something with this corner over here, and I think it's gonna be white. Let's see. I gotta wipe my hands for a minute. Oh, this is crazy. A lot happening there. I'm just getting I needed a stick. I don't know if this will work or not. Probably not. But I'm a glutton for punishment, so. Remember to spray your canvas with water and let it dry, preferably before you use a new canvas. It'll tighten her up for you. And what I'll do when this is completely dry is I will do the same thing to tighten her back up from the weight of the paint. Oh, the sides look great. The sides are really covered. Surprised how well. Put a little more color over here. It's just kind of gray. Well, let's see what happens when I put a torch to it. I'm going to have to wipe my hands off first. When you use your torch, your butane torch, I keep breaking the little piece in there that makes the click spark for the flame. But I used to grab it and just hit it and go. So now I'm pressing slowly, hoping this one will last me longer than the last one. And if you do that, then hopefully you can continue to use your small torch as well. We got a little bit of mud there in the center over here, but I think otherwise it's pretty crazy. It's happy. I can't take that away from it. Okay, well, I must have worked all the air bubbles out of it when the paint, that is, when I let it sit. So that's all I have to offer for you this time, and looking forward to your comments underneath the video so I know what I should make a video on next, and I'll see what I can do. So this is Kimberly Theodore from Polidora, and I'll see you next time. Bye.